Timmy Mitchell down in front. Timmy Mitchell on 5. It took a minute, I didn't have a right away. When it got hard in the kitchen, you decide to stay. That's how the winner play. Stick a fork in the hater on my dinner plate. I walk into the fire like it's just a bit of flame. I switch my style up, what's the money fire up? I'ma get rich or die trying, want me switch ways. I'm always getting better, I'ma be a fifth place. On this one, then four for the next.
Takes the white flag, one lap remaining here at the Rock. He is going to make his way on the turn 4 and come to the checkered flag. Hunter Peach wins the Fast Lane 175 at Rock.
Great lift from the back. There's Boston and Vegas. Who's it going to be? Rescue John Parker around. It's going to be Ruiz winning the race.
Here out front, he is on third for checkered flag waving. John Parker back in the win going.
3-4 for the final time. Nick Hapiak off of turn 4. Just a few more feet, and Nick Hapiak will be your champion for the 4th time in the NAOR DI-95 Cup Series.
This is the NAOR iRacing Series.
Welcome everyone to Dover, Delaware. Tonight we're here for the NAOR Cup Series Season 5, race number 12. We're here tonight at Dover for the JUICYSPYDR Studios Dover 150. Round 1 of qualifying just wrapped up, and now round 2 is started rolling off now. So we see if anyone who will be able to get to full and tame Miles the Monster tonight. We'll have to see how it goes with the cars rolling off for round number 2 of qualifying. The top 10 going to try to improve their lap time and get on the top of the board. Currently on the top, Ethan Fusick with a 22.722. Parker right behind him with a 22.732. So a 100 separates those top two. And it's going to be hard to separate those two again. They was last week, they're dominant last week. See if anyone can top them tonight. A couple cars are on the racetrack.
Completing their laps here at Dover, you know, really quick lap times here, low 20s. So definitely get a lot of laps here in 5 minutes here. So definitely have some time to pit, get some new tires and whatnot. We'll see if anyone can go quicker. It's kind of been hit or miss this season so far. Sometimes the track's better, sometimes it's worse in the last 5 minutes. But for the most part, it's been, I would say it's probably been better in the last 5 minutes than not. About probably 75% of the races.
Yeah, especially, and I think though Dover's, it will be a little bit differently. They all set the grip on the track now. I believe it does cross over, come over from practice, transfer over from practice. So no, actually no, it doesn't. So qualifying is clean, but they did run a lot of laps on the first run, so it may be a little bit slower. The grip gets laid on the racetrack and it becomes a little bit slower, harder to grip the front tires with all the rubber on the racetrack. So it might be a little bit slower. We'll see if anyone can pick up their lap time.
Adams went up to 5th. Not sure what place he was before, but he did improve. Moreno was about 4 thousandths of a second behind his best lap time 2 laps ago. So it's definitely probably about even, maybe a little bit better if you can get a better line. But we'll see if anyone else can improve. 3 minutes left, 2 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. Only seen Josh Adams improve so far in the top 10.
Watching Ethan Futek Moreno here. We'll see if he can pick up his time. Now Jonathan Parker needs to pick up a 100th of a second to top his teammates and knock his teammate off the pole.
Yeah, very close from his fastest to his last lap time. 600ths of a second, but I think it's really just, I think the track's pretty much the same as it was before. Just gotta see if you can go any quicker as a driver.
That time by a 0.51, so it looks like a little slower. I think here you can run a couple laps, but the load on the tires very high. So after like 3 or 4 laps, they really start to fall off. The tires really fall off really hard and very quickly. So you kind of only run about 2-3 laps and then take a reset and get those fresh tires. Because then after about 3-4 laps, you're going to be too slow and you're not going to be able to improve. See, here comes Nick Capiak. See what he can do. He's sitting in 4th. He's one of the race favorites coming into the night. He's led 221 of the 369 laps that we've been here in the NAOR Cup Series.
Yeah, the top 10 separate all within 1/10 of each other. So any improvement in your lap time here is really big for this top 10. So track position will be important here tonight. Ooh, happy I get the outside wall.
Yeah, problem for him though, he's got Dylan Chappell right in front of him. Okay, Chappell's gonna get it out of the way, but that dirty air would definitely not help him. See if he does. He maybe gets a couple more attempts here.
You got to tie off.
He's gonna take the reset. So he's gonna take the reset here. We're gonna see what he can do.
Moreno.
So Ethan Futek Moreno not able to improve.
Don't know if he's pitted yet. I mean, I think he's been out all 4 minutes. I'm surprised he hasn't reset and get some new tires.
Maybe just trying to take a little race run at this point, taking this practice. And I think the rubber there's maybe so much rubber on the racetrack now that I think it's just slowing up. We'll have to see Nick Capiak. He's not going back on the racetrack. Here's Mark Kissenweather. Let's see what he can do. 42 there.
Yeah, no one else is really. There's only like 3 other drivers on the racetrack, actually. Maybe 4. Chappell coming off. He's got to get out quickly here. He should.
He's got time.
Yeah, he should. Oh, Lehman goes quicker up to 7.
Oh, he gets to the wall off turn 2 there. Snyder's going out there. We'll see. Get 20 seconds left.
On the outside lane, try to get a good run here. This is gonna be his last lap here for Snyder. Oh, Lehman hitting the inside wall hard. Oh, he's done.
Snyder though. Snyder in a 7.72. We'll see what he does. He looks a little high. Kissenweather, here he goes. He's coming close across the line.
Yep, he barely gets there.
He's going to be the last driver to set a lap.
So let's go Cole Snyder here first.
Snyder going through 3 and 4. He's really high up the racetrack. He's going to have to get this cut down. He's going to get tight off the corner. He's going to lose back into half the wall, so it's not going to matter.
And Kissenweather spin on the back straightaway, so no one really changed in the top 3 positions.
So Ethan Futek Moreno going to take another pole to start tonight.
Yeah, continuing. I mean, he's probably the quickest driver on the racetrack here so far. I mean, this season he's been really quick.
Yeah, he's been very quick. I mean, him, Jonathan Parker, and Jaden Porter, they've been the 3 most dominant drivers all season long. All teammates, all working together, able to keep each other going. But tonight's Jaden Porter did not register for tonight's race, so he will not be here. So it's only going to be Jonathan Parker and Ethan Futek Moreno from that team in tonight's race. But they did lock out the front row, so see what those 2 can do.
Yeah. So Porter, he's already locked into the chase, so no big deal from him if he misses tonight's race. So he should be okay for the chase still. But we're getting closer to the end of the regular season shortly. Still, we got about 5 races left, so it's getting down to the crunch time. Not too worried right now, but you know, you gotta start paying attention a little bit to the point situation here these next few races.
Especially we're coming down after tonight. We only got 5 races left in the regular season. Now that does lead all the way up to
Yeah, I mean
January
we
17th.
have a 2 week break there, so I mean
So yeah, dude, got a couple. We got 3 weeks.
actually
Well,
3
yeah,
weeks.
3
Yeah,
off weeks because next week we will not be here. We'll be off for Thanksgiving break, and then we'll come back on to Richmond on December 6th. So we do have a little bit of a break next. We do have a break next week, so they got a little bit of time to gather, a little bit more time to practice for Richmond. Honestly, 2 great tracks coming up. We got Dover and Richmond.
yeah. Give your home tracks right there.
Yeah, both are pretty good. I mean, I've put very good races on sometimes in iRacing, though we've also seen some pretty bad races go on with Wreckfest and everything. But I think tonight will be a very good race. I think we'll see a good race tonight. We'll see a lot of tire saving and a lot of pit strategy as well. So we'll have to see how that plays out. But currently on the grid, let's take a look at our starting lineup for tonight's Juicy Spider Studios Dover 150. Starting, as you just seen in qualifying, Ethan Moreno and Jonathan Parker locks up the front row. We'll have Cole Snyder and Nick Kapiak in 3rd and 4th. 5th will be Josh Adams, and 6th will be Zachary Meredith. 7th will be Nathan Lehman, and 8th will be Martin Kissenweather. Sean Osborne will be 9th with Dylan Chappell, rounding out the top 10. 11th will be Giovanni Klein, and Kyle Taub will be 12th. 13th will be Josh Arnold, and 14th will be Justin Quimby. 15th will be Donnie Kite, and 16th will be Mike Gamble. And running our 17-car field tonight will be Brett Bennett. So 17-car field tonight. We'll see what these drivers can do. Now they do have an extra pace lap, so normally we would go green here in iRacing, but we will have 1 extra pace lap.
You will some last week at Pocono, Cole Snyder, Nathan Lemon, and Brett Bennett was not allowed to qualify. Actually, due to last week, but the Lehman and Snyder would go to the back of the field. They were allowed to qualify though, so why they did put a lap time in. Probably just more practice they can get during qualifying. You know, there's no harm in qualifying, but anyways.
Yeah, Bennett did not even set a qualifying time, so
Yeah, he was not
going to the back.
No, he was not allowed to
didn't want
qualify.
Oh, he was not qualified. Okay, so Bennett not allowed to qualify, so loses his pit stall.
Yeah, pit stall. Yeah, that could be actually. That's a really good point, especially at Dover here. If we get green flag pit stop. Also,
we'll see how we get, if we get a green flag pit stop. We have 59 to 60 laps on fuel. That's what we were told. But also, I mean, that could be very variable, especially here in the next gen. You can be shifting and say burn a little bit more fuel, and also not shifting. And it also depends on how much you hit the chip on the end of the straightaway if you're revving out the engine on the end of the straightaway. But we'll see how who can make it as long as possible. We're not going to see any pit stops here in the first or second stage. We'll see them after the stages, of course. But we'll have a 1-stop race towards the end of the race in the final stage. But we'll see how the strategies play out today.
there should be a quick few stages there. 20 laps here at Dover. Goes by really quick. So we'll see how it goes.
Race car gonna take that hard left turn onto pit road and coming to the Geico restart zone. Ethan Moreno on the pole. He's gonna leave him to green, and we are underway here tonight at Dover. Oh, they're rocking another restart.
Kapiak.
Nick Kapiak goes around.
And that's gonna bring out the yellow, obviously, as tire spin and wheel spin there for Nick Kapiak. Not surprising here at Dover, but a lap 1 incident.
Yeah, very tough restart. It's very tough restart. You're coming over that hill, about to pretty much going on top of that hill, going over the hill off the exit of the corner, right into the restart zone. And it's very easy to spin the tires, especially with the amount of banking we have. And he just spins the tires, gets hit by Meredith, not expecting it, and just turns him around on the front stretch for a couple of other cars to get involved. And just you can see how the banking and how tough it is to get going without spinning the tires. He's really the only one involved there, not major damage to anyone, I don't think.
I think
But I do have to wait for the base car.
Kissenweather maybe got some pretty good damage there on the right front. Apple maybe has some damage. And Meredith might have some pretty good damage. Those are the only drivers I really saw got some major contact, but yeah, I mean, we've seen it before. I mean, top tier, we saw that one early in Xfinity series. There we saw lap 1 crash too. Basically the same exact thing happened there. Happened here, but Nick Hapiak around off of 4 on the restart, so.
Yep, so they'll pick, the pace car finally picks up the field and they're all going to get rolling. So we'll see if anyone comes down pit road. I don't think anyone will come down pit road early on here.
Yeah,
They
only-
do have 4 extra sets in the race, so I don't think you would want to take any tires. Probably here in this first stage, especially. We'll see if Hapiak comes down and takes a set of tires.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably gonna want to try to fix some damage here early on. I mean, he's already in the back, so there's not really a point not to. Plus, you know, you already have guaranteed another 2 cautions for stage 1, stage 2. So as long as you don't go a lap down, which is gonna be pretty hard to do, you go a lap down 20 laps at Dover. But lap 1 incident, very unfortunate for those drivers involved.
Yeah, but an interesting note, they do only have 4 sets, and now Dover is kind of a tire-eating of a racetrack. Now, if you do take tires at the end of at the end of stage 1 and the end of stage 2, you only have 2 sets left for the final 100 laps. So that could be a little tough. I mean, 33 laps on tires. I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
depends on when cautions fall. That could be close.
Yeah, you might want to skip a tire set or pit stop, I guess, during one of the stages. Probably the first stage, the second stage. But it's 20 laps. I mean, you're already under cautions. We're going green this time, actually, very quickly. But I mean, you had the first 3 laps in the caution here. Be fastest lap of the race right there. 1:21. Nope, Allentown actually went quicker. But anyways, yeah, I mean, that's a good point you bring up there. Might just want to save that tire set. Extra tires for the end of the race, because I mean, we saw what happened last week at Pocono. Actually, delayed the green here, but we saw what happened last week at Pocono, how quickly cautions can come out here, and I think Dover is probably even bigger chance there with how small the racetrack is and how difficult it is to drive.
And they always mention it in real life on the broadcast. Dover is self-cleaning racetrack, so I mean it's very easy to get caught up into things. Someone gets in the wall off the corner, they're easily going to bounce off the wall, bounce right back down to the inside wall, and bounce off the inside wall up the racetrack. It's very easy to just kind of ping-pong off the walls and collect a lot of cars. Because how narrow the straightaways are, just that back straightaway and the front straightaway, the very narrow racetrack. And it's very easy to get collected. And also all the banking, will just make you slide down or slow you up coming up the racetrack. I mean, it's just easy. It's very easy to collect multiple cars in one big rack.
Yep, as should be going green this time by. The Ford Mustang pace lights are out.
So we're gonna pick up. So we can pick up the 1 to green that time. See what we can do on this restart. So it's only going to be a 16-lap shootout. Tires will matter by the end of it, because tires do fall off about a half a second, very early in the first and about 10 laps. So tires really fall off very quickly. They end up falling off about a second and a half maybe 2 by the end of the race. Now it is a pretty cool track temp. It's only 81 degrees. We'll have to see, but we're going through 3 and 4. We'll see what these drivers can do. Pace car gonna take that hard left turn onto pit road. Now we're gonna restart once again tonight. We're gonna take our first restart of the night. See, on the initial start, we had a little bit of wheel spin problems, but ended up getting a restart. We were underway here for Dover. But the interesting there, IRC not throwing the green. We're gonna keep going. Green is out. I believe the green is out, but for some reason it is not showing green in the sim for us. Oh, there it is. It took an extra lap.
Huh.
So
Just a lap before, but
that was odd. That was odd there. We never really seen that before, but everyone did get black flags, so they will all get cleared by the admin. So we do have an extra lap of green there. an interesting thing there. I mean, I've never seen that happen before. A little confused, but everyone kept running. Everyone's single file out so far. First driver side by side is Carl Taub and Dylan Chappell here for 11. Taub's going to run the bottom and clear. So the outside is very good way to pass. I mean, it's a good lane to pass, but it will eat up your tires up there. So everyone's just kind of trying to get down to the bottom, diamond their corners a little bit, just let the car do its thing. It's the easy way to save tires around here. Car looking to the inside there for about 5th place. Josh Adams looking to the inside of Zach Meredith for 4th. Off turn number 2 down the back straightaway. Adams still holding the bottom. It's very tough to pass on the bottom, but you can do it eventually. But Meredith looks like he's going to back out of it. Just let Adams go. Doesn't want to eat up his tires up on the outside lane there.
Yeah, Meredith has a little bit of aero damage. Could be affecting him. Dover is a shorter racetrack, but the aero is still very important here since you're going so quickly around the mile racetrack.
Especially, especially with the aero, it can make you plow really hard, or you make it kind of a little bit looser depending on where the aero damage is. But it can definitely make you really tight, and especially if it's a tight race car, having a tight race car, you really burn up your right front a lot. It's gonna make you really, it's gonna be a really long day, long night for you. If you're already tight. So that time back, we're halfway here through stage number 1. Moreno in the lead, but Parker looking on his teammate for the race lead. Now the back stretch into 3. Parker trying to run the high side. He's going to try and get out of the dirty air a little bit. Josh Arnold and Zach Meredith battling for 5th, so Meredith starting to falling off the back because he had that damage. So maybe just trying to save his tires a little bit. Doesn't want to push too much. Guess why they have the same damage as Meredith as well. There on the right front of the car.
Yeah, we've seen a few people tie the outside wall there off of 4 and off of 2. Connie Kite, Colin Cobb, right here.
Yeah, so it seems like everyone's getting pretty tight here. No one's really getting loose, so everyone's been trending tight throughout the night so far.
Yeah, definitely off of these corners. The wall sneaks up on you really quickly here, and gets you you just get tight naturally. I think that's what these drivers are experiencing. Dover usually just is overall tight. Waiting to run 14 laps into here.
Especially how the banking is. You dive into the banking, and your right front's taking all that load as you slide up the track, and especially depending on how you drive it. If you try to drive off your right rear, it still end up getting tighter because it's just the right front's just taking all the load there, entering the corner, going through the corner, just the extreme banking. Especially coming off the corner, you get the hill. You get a hill coming off the corner and a hill going into the corner.
Just gets one little slide job action, maybe. And it looks like Meredith, he might be a little tight on entry here because he just keeps going up the racetrack on entry. I'm not sure if that's just his driving line, but he just turns way later than everyone else, it seems like.
Yeah, can I just want to back up the corners and turn a little bit later, just kind of clip the apron a little bit. Not really clip the apron, but put your left front right on that seam around the apron and the track, and you just kind of slide up just a little bit and let the car do its thing and set up at a half a lane, and you kind of diamond it back down off the corner. That's the way to go, but he's running the top now, able to get by Meredith and see if he can get by Arnold. So Kissweather's looking at, so Kissweather looking to the inside of Josh Arnold already. Kissweather putting in really good speed so far through the end of this first stage.
Yeah, his long run speed looking pretty good so far. Up to 5th place. Goes Kissweather.
Yeah, very good. So he's got great mid-run pace right now. We've seen this is what we're going to see. So the tires have already majority fallen off already. You could see a 2-tire strategy here anywhere, like we did last week at Pocono, but I think really you're only going to see that late in the race. I don't think you're really going to see that early because eventually the lefts will wear a lot because the left will fronts wear a lot here at Dover. It's very easy to burn off those right front and left front, especially here in this car.
Seems like the tire wear looks like it's making the car handle a little bit worse, but lap time wise, it's not too far off of a normal lap time. Only about 3-4 tenths after 20 laps here. And caution will come out here shortly after we complete lap 20.
Here's it, and here you go. Moreno coming off turn number 4. Just like last week, he won both stages and won by 1,000 across the line. He's going to pick up stage number 1. Now there's the caution as the top 10 across the line. So he gets on second. Moreno sweep last week, and now he's starting to this tonight. He wants to sweep tonight as well. We'll have to see it in the stage number 1. He's going to pick up the stage number 1, and we'll all come down pit road. I'm assuming everyone will come down pit road to come and take 4 fresh tires and a full tank of fuel. We'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I mean, I would be really surprised if people do not pit here. I mean, you can maybe take right sides only, loosen it up, but I think this early on, it's not really the best strategy call there. Yeah, but I mean, we've seen track position is pretty important, but I think you can don't need to take 2 here.
Yeah, but you're only going 20 laps, so it's not going to be a horrible strategy to take 2 tires. I mean, you're only taking only having 20 laps, so it's not that bad. Especially, I don't think the left side tires will wear enough. So you could take 2 tires here, try and get some track position. I think that would be a call, but I mean, you still only have 2 right side two sets of right sides.
Kyle Top stays out, only driver on the racetrack that stays out other than Nathan Lamon.
So 2 drivers are going to stay on the racetrack. They can easily make it to the end of stage 2, but everyone else is going to come down pit road. We'll see who takes 2 tires or 4.
Maybe a few drivers in the back trying to get some track position. We'll take 2. We've seen that before, obviously, at Poking last weekend, a few other races. Fuel only for maybe some drivers. Oh, 2 tires for the leader right there.
Yep, so 2 tire call, that seems to be the move. I mean, last week the 2 tires were the move all night long, but especially only having a 20 lap stage, I think because by the time we go green, it'll only be 21 laps. I think 2 tires is just the call here, really.
Here's Brett Bennett, fuel only for that 47 machine. He's the only driver to take fuel only. Everyone else took 2 or 4. Interesting call for that 47 machine. We'll see if it pays out for him later in this race, because that's kind of what he's banking on, those late race cautions, saving a whole extra set pretty much, because these guys are down to 3 sets in total, because they have 3 right sides, 4 left sides, so 3 tires set in total. They have 1 more caution guaranteed, so we're bringing it on to 2. They have to make at least 1 pit stop in the end, so they have a little bit of a gap, but I mean, it just depends on when the caution flies, if the caution flies in the final stage. But man, we're going green pretty quickly, actually.
Yeah, we're going to bring in 8th and 5th Moreno there as he won the stage, but we're already going back green, so we'll bring him out at the end of stage 2 if he wins that stage. We'll see, but he is restarting 3rd right behind the guy on old tires, so we'll have to see. Nathan Lamon staying out as well.
Now watch out for the tire spin. We saw with new tires in the Capiac, old tires, not gonna be easier.
Yeah, so we'll see who has the better restart. You save their tires the best. I mean, it is going to be pretty tough to pass. We'll see how easy they can get by these top 2 leaders. They only had about 15 laps on their tires because the first 5 were already under caution. So we'll see if they save their tires enough. I mean, that's also another strategy you could have played. I mean, if you're starting in the back, just like Brett Bennett. Brett Bennett only took fuel only, but you could have stayed all the way to the back and just baby your tires for the first 15 laps there, and just so you can stay out here and get to flip the field pretty much and stay out here. But we'll have to see if that works out. The pace car is off, and we're back underway here for stage number 2.
A little bit of tire spin, but they keep it straight.
Lamon going to be already side by side with Ethan Moreno. He's going to try and drive around the outside, going to stay side by side with Moreno. He's actually going to be able to get the drive off the corner. Going to be side by side.
3 wide.
Side by side with Kyle Top. I think it was 3 wide down to 3. Parker's going to go around the outside as well. But Nathan Lamon, power move around the outside. He takes the race lead. Now what will Moreno do? He's going to be in second. He's going to look to the bottom of Lemon. Going down to turn 1. Lemon going to use the outside lane to his advantage. It's going to be better, but he's going to get tight as Moreno kind of pushed him up the track just a little bit. Not allowing him to cut down off the corner and get the run. And that's what allowed Ethan Moreno to take the race lead again. And Jonathan Parker going to clear for second.
We got 3 cars walling. Brett Bennett tied the outside wall along Donnie Kite. We about here for 7th places. Here comes Marquez, and whether he was really quick late in that run last time for stage 1. Can he repeat that again here in stage 2?
He can. We'll have to see. He's got a long way, a lot of drivers to get through. Just now getting by Kyle Taub for 6th. Giovanni Klein finally clears for 3rd, and here comes Josh Adams looking to the inside. Kissweather is up to 6th.
Ooh, contact a little bit. I think Kissweather on the outside wall, maybe. Not getting on the inside lane.
Side by side, we've seen a lot side by side for a lot of positions here. That's only back to 2 positions, 2 rows. Josh Hall now looking at the inside of Justin Quimby there. So these drivers run on the outside lane. Not really seeing what the tires at the bottom yet.
Kite.
Oh, we got Donnie Kite going way low on the racetrack.
Take a look what happened.
Contact with Kissweather maybe off the corner. Let's see, oh no, Kissweather
Oh,
cleared.
he's a lot loose.
Oh, he just got loose off the corner.
First time we've seen that tonight, though. I mean, someone getting loose off the corner. Probably those new tires. New tires are probably a bit loose. But also, Kite did take 2, so that could also play a factor.
Especially that definitely could play a big factor as well.
But Jonathan Parker, we saw how close he was last time in stage 1, but EFM just kind of pulled away there at the end and got to about a 6/10 lead. Can Parker try to get around Ethan Moreno here for the stage win?
So at 15 laps in this stage, so it's got plenty of time to find him save the tires, but dirty air will be a big factor. And he knows also track position is as well, but if these two get battling, you have Giovanni Klein, he'll close that gap as well.
Kissweather looking for 5th place. Let's Lemon
to the bottom. He's gonna clear Lemon. So Lemon actually holding pretty strong compared to Kyle Taub. Lemon still holding in 6th. Taub already back to 10th, but now he's at 3 cars right behind him.
Yeah, might not be holding on for too long here, because he got 3 hungry cars with new, fresher tires, at least fresher right side tires than Ethan Lemon. But great job so far for his 14 machine going on.
See what he can do, but these top 2 still getting pretty close. Jonathan Parker right all the way back bumper of his teammate Ethan Moreno for the race lead. He hasn't really tried to make a move yet, but Moreno running a little bit higher, getting a bigger cut down off the corner. It could be hurting this front tires a little bit. Parker seems to be wrapping the bottom a little bit shallower. It all depends on how the inputs and how you're driving the race car. If your car is just driving like that, you're driving it deeper and the car is sliding it itself, you're not forcing it down there. It's going to end up being better, but Moreno seems like he is driving a little bit higher, maybe hurting his tires a little bit more. But Parker is going lower. He's wrapping the bottom a little bit better. Not really getting the big diamond, so we'll have to see how the tires play out for both of those 2 drivers. These guys still staying pretty close together with 10 laps to go here in stage 2.
There's Arnold, Kite, and Snyder got around Lemon right there, and Lemon drops to 9. The most thing about the whole field. Now settling in here. You guys see all the different tire strategies being here. The top 3 have right side tires only. Everyone else, 4th through 7th, has 4 tires. A little bit of different strategy there. We'll see how much lap times are quicker. Adams, the first driver on 4 tires, pretty much even with the leaders. So I mean, that kind of just shows the right sides are pretty much the same as the 4 tires.
Especially, I don't think the tires are going to show much of a difference 2 or 4 yet, just because how short these stages are. We'll see. I mean, it could make a difference later on, but 2 tires were really good last week, and I think that could be the factor again this week.
Yeah, if we look in these next-gen cars, right side tires only are a lot better than, like, for example, the Gen 6 car. They just handle a lot better because usually at most racetracks that we've been to this season, it's been a little bit more tighter than looser.
Especially next gen, kind of overall a tighter race car. They drive it off more off the right front than the right rear.
Yeah, definitely. Ooh, Parker makes a mistake. That's gonna allow Moreno to pull away big time. He was about 3-4 car lengths now.
I think Moreno just saved his tires a little bit better. Parker to me looked like he was just wrapping the bottom. Wasn't really diming it like he needed to. He was sliding up just a little bit, but it kind of wasn't really diming the exit of the corner like Moreno was. Moreno was going up a little bit higher, but I mean overall they both look pretty identical. But Moreno is starting to pull away now with 5 to go in this here in stage number 2.
It seems like once these guys kind of get slotted into the position after about 15 laps, been pretty much the same here. Granted, we haven't really had that long of a long run per se, but man, these laps are really flying by. It's already lap 41 of this race, and man, it feels like it's only been like 15 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. But Josh Adams, he's looking on Giovanni Klein here soon. He's on the back bumper of Klein. We'll see if he can find his way by for an extra stage point. So he can get around the outside, maybe look around the bottom, get a good run on that. Try to see him run the top and get a good run off the corner. If he tries that, but still 3 to go here in the stage. See how aggressive he gets for this position.
Yeah, see if he gets his inside or maybe works his outside lane. Like the outside here at Dover is probably the better passing opportunity, especially when you have fresher tires. You kind of potentially get on the bottom a little bit. But it's gonna be hard to get his outside lane if they're pretty much the same lap times.
Especially, but meanwhile, Moreno pulled away by a long shot over his teammate Jonathan Parker, so you can see how his tires held on.
Well, here goes the outside
Here comes
lane.
Josh Adams. Here comes the run. Here comes the run. He's going to try and cut down behind Giovanni Klein. He might get a little bit tight with the dirty air. He's got a good run. He's going to look to the bottom, side by side, maybe going to the one.
Oh, it's
His
close.
nose going to a little contact. Final lap of the stage. Just about off for third for the stage. Side by side off the turn 2 down the back straightaway. Is going to try and send it into 3.
Offside.
Try and go high. He's going to try and go high to the outside. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. But off of turn 4, Ethan Moreno will pick up the stage number 2. Josh Adams, big run, not going to get there. And Ethan Moreno picks up stage number 2, just like he did stage number 1. And he swept all of last week. He's looking to sweep all of this week again.
Guys looking to get his points lead back from Parker. Parker has about he goes about get the points lead. It is 8 points between those two drivers. So right now Moreno has about a 2-point gap plus the pole position, and he easily has most laps. He's led every single lap of the race. So that also helps. But slowly but surely trying to claw his way back up to the points lead. And regular season champion is pretty important.
Hey, extra playoff points there as well.
Here we go, pit stops. The set up for the final stage here, so very important. Will people take 2 tires? I don't know if they want to here. Kind of saw how good Josh Adams was late in that run. That could be a sign here of things to come here if anyone takes 2 or 4.
Yeah, especially, I think 4 tires is the move now, knowing you're gonna go green with 100 laps to go, pretty much. I think you gotta take 4 tires at this point. I don't think 2 tires will work. I think eventually those left fronts would just give up. That left front would just give up, especially after 100 laps. But you're only gonna go 60. We'll see if anyone tries to split it 50-50. Because if we want to go a little bit longer here, it is a little bit tough to pass. But also, you could go short and just try and block as much as you can. But everyone's going to take 4 tires this time. Moreno's still going to get the lead. Parker almost got him there. But Ethan Fonseca Moreno takes the 4 tires. He gets off the lead. We got the opportunity to bring in that 25 machine. Ethan Fonseca Moreno, welcome to the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Right, well, you slept all of last week and you swept the first 2 stages this week tonight, so what's your strategy going into this final stage here?
To hold the lead. Honestly, this is one of my best tracks, so it's just trying to keep the clean air on my nose. And I mean, if I get past, then I'll just, save myself. But yeah, just try to hold the lead from here. We're in a good spot for this last stage, so yeah, just race it out to the end.
So you're able to take you took 2 tires there at the end of stage 1. You think the 2 tires will kind of turn out like they were last week and just be overall better than 4 tires, or you think 4 tires are eventually going to give out here?
I think it really depends. Like I did 2 tires on that first stage there, and it honestly did not feel much different. But I think the car felt a little bit better. But I think 4 tires is just the way to go this time, because I wouldn't be able to hold on with those left sides any longer. So we'll see. I definitely think 2 tires feels better, but I don't think I would take 2 tires after like a very long run. So yeah, let's just see how this goes.
Alright, well, we'll leave you to it, and good luck in the rest of the race.
All right, appreciate it.
So Ethan Moreno picking up stage 1 and 2 just like he did last week in Pocono, and picked up to win at Pocono by 1,000th of a second. Well, 2,000th. But we'll see what he can do this time. Pacer gonna take that hard left turn onto pit road. We're gonna restart with 101 laps to go. See how the strategies play out tonight. See what Moreno can do on the 4 tires. Coming to the Geico restart zone, and we are back underway here at Dover. It's going to easily clear Jonathan Parker for the race lead again, but they're going to be 3 wide behind him. JUICYSPYDR backs out of it. He's back to it, and they all single file out pretty quickly. Everyone single files out very quickly.
Yeah, everyone's on the same tire here, so I think we'll see a little bit less passing possibly. Everyone kind of on the same tire set. Everyone on 4 tires.
Down into turn number 1 and 2. You have Giovanni Klein trying to look to the outside, but Josh Adams takes 3rd. Now Josh Adams really came alive there in that final run there. Just keep it on that 81 machine. We'll see what 12 machine. Sorry. We'll see what he can do. I mean, I think he's gonna have great long run pace. We'll see if his tires can hold on this time.
Yeah, Kiston was also on the watch out for. He was really quick late in stage 1. We'll see if we can carry that through to stage 3.
Yeah, very long stage here. You can only go about half of the stage. It's about 101 laps, and you get about 60 laps on fuel. And it also depends on if you're shifting or not, which I think I'll have to see if these guys are shifting. As Moreno as leader, he's not shifting, so.
I think Parker's best chance right now is Josh Adams caught up to these top 2, but I think Parker's best chance right now is to try to get around Ethan Moreno, try to hold him up a little bit and make him use up his tires, but I just don't think he really can get around him. He's not really, just hasn't been close enough, or he's been close, but just not close enough to make a move on that race lead of the 25 machine.
It's also very, very tight. It's very hard to pass here. And I think if you just stay close to him, stay within a range, you can also try and play strategy on him with the overcut or undercut. I mean, you can try and undercut him and get in front. It's very tough. I mean, it's very tough to pass. I think if you undercut him by a couple laps, you can just get out in front there, try and hold on. If you kind of play blocker and make that car as wide as possible. We'll see what Parker does, but he's close to Moreno, and Adams is close to them as well. But also, if all 3 of these guys start battling, you have close line right there in 4th, trying closing that gap as well. So he's top 5, all pretty close together. And you have JUICYSPYDR. He's actually just lost a spot to Donnie Kite, so I think he just missed the corner entry there, went way up the track. Everyone else very close towards the back of the field. You got Josh Arnold and Lathan Lamon.
Yeah, you kind of have like 2 different packs here. You got front pack of 7 and then the back pack of about 9. Side by side, Josh Arnold, Nathan Lamon.
You well, Jonathan Parker, he's running the outside these last couple laps, trying to get the run off the corner and try to get by Moreno, but
Adams, ooh,
now Adams
close.
almost took that move to the inside there as Parker was trying to open up the corner, trying to get a run on his teammate for the race lead, but Adams was seeing that, wanted to take advantage and trying to not let him cut down the racetrack and try to steal second away.
I don't know if these guys behind are just pushing a little bit more here in the final stage 3, or the guys up front are saving a little bit more, because this is the closest the top 2 have been from the rest of the field. Usually they just kind of check out a little bit early on, but they haven't been able to this stage. Still early on though.
Yeah, it's still very early on. Typically here at Dover, you want to back up really early, try and save those front tires as much as possible. These top 5 are still, they're all very close together. We'll see what these guys can do. We're 10 laps here into the into this run, so tires will start. We're going to see who saved the tires better here in a couple laps. This lap's kind of ticking off pretty quickly.
Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of how Dover is, to be honest. You know, these lap times just go by so quickly. The mile long, but you're going 22 second lap times. That was just so quick here.
See, Parker's kind of running a lane off the bottom, and Adams is he's looking to fill that gap on the bottom, knowing that's a free opportunity here. But everyone's kind of running about a lane or two up off the bottom, and Adams is the only one down on the bottom. So we'll have to see if Adams can save his tires better down there. I think he will. But Adams came really fast late into that second stage. We'll see what he can do here. Will Snyder got the wall there off of turn 4, but he kept it going. There's Giovanni Klein. He's trying to look to the inside there for that position as well. I mean, they're all just kind of running different lanes and looking fairly to the inside of one another, kind of just staying in line still.
It's a lot different than it was in stage 1, stage 2. We'll see if Ethan Foster can pull away. It looks like he is right now. 15 laps into the run. This is about when he was pulling away before in stage 1, stage 2. We'll see if he can continue his domination here.
We'll have to see. I think Josh Adams might be a really good car that can probably get up there and beat that 25 machine. But he's going to have to get by that 48 as well. So he's going to pass 2 guys to get on through. I mean, I think these top 5 are pretty close, all pretty close together in lap time as well. So we'll have to see. But just what I'm noticing different here is Adams is running the bottom. Everyone's kind of running up higher. I just feel like Adams is just gonna save better tires down there. It also really heavily depends on inputs and what everyone's doing as well. So we'll have to see.
Yeah, usually the bottom's a little bit more better on the right front in the outside lane, but like I said, we will see here. It's coming to about 20 laps on these tires, not all on green, about 17 laps on the green. And Ethan Foster slowly pulling away from these guys. Gaps up to 3/10 now.
Josh Adams, he's getting to the inside there of Jonathan Parker. He's looking, but he just can't find his way by. Can't get his nose fully under there.
Oh, Snyder goes to block maybe, or oh, you know, he's letting Giovanni climb by. Interesting move there.
Giovanni Klein goes to the inside and gets by Cole Snyder.
Not sure if Snyder's let him by maybe, or I don't know, because he looked like he was gonna go to a block, but he just went by easily on the outside lane. But Moreno pulling away now, but we saw in the stage 1, stage 2. It's just a matter of how close can these guys be to Moreno when the pit stops happen. And hopefully they get a lucky strategy call here.
I gotta get closer. I mean, you gotta get a little bit closer. It's about a half a second in front of Jonathan Parker. And Moreno just perfectly saved his tires out in front. And also, the clean air just helps big time as well. Don't have to worry about getting tighter behind the dirty air and having to check it up more and slow it up more.
Top 5 spreading out even more here now. They're pretty grouped up together, but the tire is staying in about a second off the pace from the fastest lap time. So tire longest run they've been on all night long. So as we'll really see who's best at saving tires. As I'm still trying to get around Parker, he's not left that 48 gearbox all run so far.
Yeah, you stayed right there on the back bumper of Jonathan Parker. Now here he goes. He's going to run the high lane here to try and get a run and maybe try and pass Parker on the bottom. We'll see if he can do it, but he's going to get tight. Maybe tag the wall there just a second, but he's going to go to the inside. We're side by side for a second. We'll see if Josh Adams can get this move done.
Ooh, contact.
Off the racetrack, a little bit of contact. Off at 2. Not going to be able to get to stay there. He's going to have to slot back in line. So Josh Adams needs to get by Jonathan Parker. What's the chance at Moreno? I mean, him and Moreno were kind of running around the same lap time, but for Adams, got to be a little bit patient here. He can't be too aggressive trying to get by him right now, because you can easily eat up those tires from all that time you're just saving them. Just gonna be careful to get by Jonathan Parker.
Yeah, I think Adams is a little bit quicker, but you just can't get around Parker. It's just so hard to pass with these older tires. I mean, he seems like he's a little quicker, and I think he can challenge either Martin Moreno, maybe. But Parker's holding up right now, and Moreno's just off in the distance, pulling away big time.
Yeah, Adams just can't find his way by. He is
Ooh,
about
car
10
loose.
faster.
That was Cole Snyder off of 4 there. Actually, no, it was Donnie Kite, maybe, yeah.
Oh, now he's going to the inside, down the back straightaway. We're going to be side by side. He's going to enter 3. Adams has the opportunity to get a car slow on the apron there. But side by side, Adams going to get tight on the bottom. He's going to have to get out of it.
Ooh, Parker almost in the outside
Jonathan
wall.
Jonathan Parker just able to power around them on the outside. It's very tough to get to the outside here of someone as well. So it's going to be very tough for Adams to get by. He can't pit and try and undercut him. He's still got about 15 laps till the fuel window opens. So still a long way to go though.
Yeah, still a long way. We just crossed halfway, but here comes Adams now to the inside in 1 and 2.
They look the inside, but Parker on the outside, just gonna be able to get the run here. Opening a little tight. That's gonna allow Adams to stay side by side. Entering 3. We'll see if Adam can pull the slider.
Almost.
Adams to try and gas up
Yes,
to the
he
center.
can.
He's gonna clear him. So Josh Adams moves to 2nd, but I don't know. We'll see if he has better tires to see if he can catch Moreno, but he lost so much time and maybe put too much heat into his tires. We'll see if he can gain on Moreno, play a different strategy, but Josh Adams moves up to 2nd. Now we got a battle between Martin Kissweather and Giovanni Klein for that top 5.
Big pack of cars here now. From 5th on back to about 10th place. Here comes Chatbolt to the inside lane. This one, there's the inside, got to clear.
Almost 3 wide there. Flying getting very tight off the corner. That's going to allow
3 wide, pinching.
They're going to be 3 wide.
Contact.
That was very tight there. 3 wide still. Chapel gets clear of the bottom finally. Kite almost clears. It's finally going to clear Klein now, so Klein falls all the way back tonight.
You'll see inside now. Not going to be able to do anything, I don't think. I'm going to clear. Giovanni Klein. Klein falling back quite a bit.
I think Klein just burnt up his tires. Now he's starting to fall back a lot now.
Ooh, hard hit to the outside wall with Klein. More drivers in the outside wall, off of 2 and off of 4. Tyler really setting in here, 35 laps. And man, look at the gap. Ethan Von Moreno has 3 seconds over everyone else.
Yeah, it's up to 3.5 seconds. He's like about 2 to 3 tenths faster than Josh Adams and Jonathan Parker there in second. Now Marquez, I think he's starting to come up with speed now. He's looking on Cole Snyder for that 4th place position. Guess why that has really good pace, but he was kind of a lot slower there at the start of the run, and he just lost so much time. We'll see what Kisweather can do. I mean, he's 6 seconds back. You're not really going to make that. I don't think really he's not going to make that up, but he could possibly do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would say the leader is his goal here, maybe second, as Snyder is struggling right now. From 4th to 7th now is Chappell on the inside lane. Arnold got around. Chappell clears. Kisweather is about 10th or so quicker than 2nd and 3rd, so he could try getting himself in the top 3 position here, and maybe some strategy call. Maybe challenge for the lead late in this race, depending on strategy. But
yeah, he's
5 seconds
about a 10th faster.
Quite a
he's
bit
about
back.
10th faster than 2nd and 3rd. He's last time by, he was about half a tenth faster than Ethan Renault. So he's not really that much faster compared to the guys in front of him, but he still is gaining time, and all that time will add up eventually. Meanwhile, Josh Arnold in 5th, and now he's got Jalen Chappell right behind him. Trying to make a move, but now we have Cole Snyder way up the racetrack. Cole Snyder starting to really fall off all the way up against the outside wall. Lost a spot to Lehman and now Kite as well.
Yeah, Snyder was all the way up to 4th place. Now he's falling all the way back to 9th. Not sure what happened there. I mean, he kind of just let people by on the outside lane, give him plenty of room. Didn't really battle them too much. Chappell's to clear Arnold there for a 5th place spot. And Kisweather closing the gap here on 3rd place. He could be a late race charger here for that top 3 position. Would not surprise me. That 15 machine's been really strong late in these runs.
It definitely is. And this time by, they'll lead lap 89. So this time by, they'll be coming to about 61 to go. So fuel window's about to open here in only about 2 laps. So we'll see if anyone dives in very early. Could possibly see it, but I doubt it.
These guys only been on these tires for about 40 laps. There'll be very, very early pit stops here. As it looks like landing on the outside wall there. Probably want to pit here with about 45 laps to go, 50 laps to go, I would say. Probably be the perfect number there for most drivers.
Yeah, I think you want to split it in half, but now it's 60 to go, so the fuel window is open. And he tries anything, but it's side by side here between Nick Capiak and Justin
John Osborne.
It's John Osborne.
Capiak started 4th, obviously was in that first incident. Spun the tires and hasn't been able to get inside the top 10 after that incident. Maybe some damage still on that 6th machine. Would not be surprised that's hindering him.
Big damage early on. And side by side between Lehman and Kite. Now this is the battle for 7th. Still holding side by side. Kite's doing very good on the bottom, holding the bottom strong, trying to get by Lehman. Still a little loose. Kite still not able to clear. He's gonna have to try and get through the center. I think it's how tight these cars are seen. It's kind of hard to gas it up through the center and try and clear them off the corner without plowing yourself into the wall. But Kite finally gets it done, and he finally clears from that 7th place position.
When will the first driver come down pit lane here? That will be the question here, probably the next 10 laps or so. I'll expect some pit stops coming here shortly.
Yeah, these drivers, they can only go about 60 laps on fuel, so they will have to pit here about 15, maybe 20 laps at the most. So we'll see if anyone tries it. Tries to go early.
Brett Bennett as Divine Klein struggling. 3 wide middle contact. Up the racetrack he goes into Bennett. They keep it straight for now.
Out of the wall.
Here comes Happy. I could try to take advantage of this one.
think one you'll probably see come into pit road early would be Kissingweather or Jonathan Parker or Josh Adams. Anyone not in the lead up in the top 5, trying to maybe jump the leader of Ethan Moreno. As Kissingweather, he was a little bit faster in the top 3, but now Dylan Chappell's coming with great speed behind Kissingweather. He was actually, even with our race leader, Chappell was that time by. So Dylan Chappell coming up with really late run pace here. We'll see what he does. I mean, he could try coming out pit road here, knowing that he only got about 14 laps until you have to pit. He could try pit here and jump in front of Kissingweather, Parker, and Adams. I think Chappell, why don't they get in front of the other 3? I think he'd probably come to pit road here now before he starts getting held up behind, trying to get by Kissingweather.
There's way up the racetrack. These guys go on the outside lane. Donnie Kite on the outside of Josh Arnold.
Made that work all the way. He was all the way up against the outside wall. Like it was Homestead there in 1 and 2.
I don't know if I've seen that before in a while.
So yeah, he's still making it work. He's going to be able to clear Arnold off of turn number 4. Donnie Kite, a great move around the outside.
Let's see if he keeps running that. I mean, he is still running that line, so it seems like it's working for him. See if the lap time stay here.
Yeah, we do, and there's our first driver down pit road. Actually, Zachary Meredith down pit road. So this is our first taker down pit road.
As they continue about for that 10th place spot right now. Also, we haven't really mentioned how hard it is to get on pit road at Dover. Probably the hardest racetrack in my opinion, at least on iRacing, and probably in real life to get on pit road under green flag conditions.
Especially you're going very fast, going in and out of the turn number 3. You gotta get hard on the brakes and get it down onto the apron, and especially with the car and how steep the banking is, and trying to get on like a flatter apron. Once you get on there, the car really gets upset on the apron. It's very hard to keep it down there and keep it under control.
Josh Adams. Josh Adams on pit lane.
Josh Adams comes down pit road, locked up the tires a little bit. He able to get it down, pull it down, and no speeding penalty for him. See what he can do. See if he tries it. Anyone tries it, I doubt it's going to happen. Ethan Moreno, we'll see if he reacts. He's not going to do it this time. Jonathan Parker,
watch.
Does he try
the
it?
Apron.
There's Kissingweather's going to come down pit road now. And also, since it's as also we mentioned, it's very hard to get on pit road here.
You can make up a lot of time.
You can make up a lot of time if you try to push it. You also can lose a lot of time if you push it too much. So it's very easy to gain and lose a lot of time here.
Also, cautions do come out. I've seen a lot of people hit the a lot of people hit the barrels here and spin out on the come down the pit lane. So, would not be surprised that happens. At least one. I'm guessing at least one. It always ends up happening.
It could possibly happen, but we'll see if it does. Ethan Moreno, he's not diving down pit road yet. He's got to He's got to go about 6 more laps. He can only go about 6, maybe 10 more laps at most before he has to come down pit road. If I were him, I wouldn't go too long so you don't lose track position. There's the possibility you could see Mark Kissingweather and Josh Adams both jump him off of pit road. Ethan Moreno still staying in the lead. Josh Adams, he is, I believe, second on the racetrack behind Moreno.
And these guys continue to battle for the 6th place spot right now on the racetrack. Once it all cycles out, will be for about a 10th or 11th. A Happyack on the outside of Arnold.
Yeah, so Josh Adams is 2 laps down. So Josh, you lose about 2 laps lose about a lap and a half, about two laps overall. 2.5 laps.
Let's see Moreno down pit lane.
And Moreno's going to go down pit road. We'll see how that plays out. We'll see where Josh Adams passes him. Josh Adams now 1 lap down. He's going to pass him twice more.
He's going through 3 and 4 right now.
Jonathan Parker takes the race lead for that. So Josh Adams coming off of turn 4. So Ethan Moreno in his stall now. Just getting into his stall. So now Josh Adams, next time he passes Ethan Moreno, he will be in front of him. Moreno still up here. Oh, the battle here between Nick Capiak and Kyle Taub. This is a hard battle right now for 5th. Moreno's going to get off of pit road now. Josh Adams is on the front straightaway entering turn 1, so Josh Adams not going to be able to get in front of Ethan Fonseca Moreno, and Marcus Weather not going to be able to as well.
Is Johnny
Josh
K down
Adams
pit
is going to
lane?
have a good run.
Jonathan Parker also down pit lane.
So Josh Adams needed about a lap or two, one to two more laps, and he would have got in front of Ethan Fonseca Moreno.
Oh, we got a car spinning. That's I think Giovanni Climate. Yeah. Mike Campbell around.
No, Mike Campbell ran
That
off
could
the
be
pit
a caution. No
He's
yellow.
rolling slow on the apron, no caution.
Let's see what happened there. 3 wide, Brett Bennett. Ooh.
Oh, Brett Bennett sent him around. He got lucky that, honestly, Ethan Fonseca Moreno got lucky that wasn't a caution. Spun it, kept it on the apron, so the caution was not thrown.
Still getting very slow. Not sure if he has some damage. But car's flying by. But Nick Capiak, your race leader, he's hoping for a caution big time here. As that would be huge for him.
It is a possibility.
As
Josh Adams staying close.
Yeah, I was about to say, he was staying pretty close right now with EFM up there. But we'll see how long that lasts, though. As here comes Capiak down pit lane. Got Wood down. Ooh, he might have got speedy, man. That was really close.
He did not get a speeding penalty, so he's able to keep it together. But Ethan Fonseca Moreno finally pulling away from Josh Adams. Now, Jonathan Parker did pit later, so we'll see if the overcut matters, but he was so far, but he had such a big gap. Anyways, I don't know if he'll be able to make that up.
Capiak in the stall right now. 3 drivers have stayed out so far, have not came down pit lane. It's top 3 right now on the racetrack. John Osborne, Brett Bennett, Justin Quimby. Everyone else 1 lap down. Get some weather.
Yeah, so this is yet to pit.
It's Capiak dropping the jack right there. He's going to come out P10, maybe 11. Quimby down pit lane.
So, yeah, everyone's going to have to pit now. I don't think you can't go any longer.
Yeah, everyone else down pit lane right now. But once the cycle out, Ethan Fonseca Moreno will be your race leader in about a lap and a half here officially.
So now he'll actually pass it for the lead this time by. So Ethan Fonseca Moreno off of turn 4, and now he's going to pass John Osborne that was on pit road, and Ethan Fonseca Moreno back to the lead over about a second and a half over Josh Adams in seconds.
Plays lap traffic in front of him. We'll see how that plays out. Still got a long way to go, 37 laps.
A very long way to go. 37 to go. Anything can happen.
Bunch of drivers coming off the pit lane right now. Gotta make sure you're clean off the pit lane here. Look good so far for these 3. As there they go, away they go. And it looks like no one made excuse me, no one made any mistakes on pit lane. It looks like coming on or coming off, so very impressive there.
Yeah, they were able to, no one made any mistakes on pit road. Very good from everyone else on the entire field getting on and off pit road. But meanwhile, Ethan Fonseca Moreno pulling away and holds the lead over Josh Adams.
One thing to know here, Jonathan Parker closing the gap here. Mark Kissenweather at 3rd place spot. Kissenweather pitted 7 laps earlier, 6-7 laps earlier than Jonathan Parker. So Parker about 4 tenths quicker, and he will catch him probably in the next 5 laps.
Yeah, so Jonathan Parker will easily catch Mark Kissenweather. Kissenweather on the older tires. But interesting note, these last 2 laps, Josh Adams is actually a 10th faster than Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Interesting note there. Wondering why. That's shocking because I think Adams pitted so early compared to Moreno that he would not even be close to him on lap time at this point. Josh Adams staying really close to him on tires.
We have not seen anyone pass on during green flag conditions, at least without pit stop strategy, Ethan Reno. So we have not seen anyone be able to pass him on the racetrack. So we'll see if Adams can maybe do it here. He's been a little bit quicker the last few laps. He's pretty much even with him that time. I just don't think he can do it in these next 3 laps here. How old his tires are.
Yeah, especially with the older tires. I think eventually he'll just give up. He's probably just pushing as much as he can right now, trying to close that gap. Yeah, and that time he loses the 10th there. So I think it's finally starting. Those tires are finally starting to give away. But Jonathan Parker closing that gap on Mark Kissenweather now. So see how Parker can get by Kissenweather. Kissenweather running the bottom of the racetrack. Parker running the top. Trying to cut down the racetrack at a good run. Into turn number 1, Parker able to get the run off of turn number 2 now. See if he dives down to the bottom. It's very hard to pass on the bottom, or see if he's going to try and go around the outside lane. Be side by side. Parker with the fresher tires, be able to stick it around there. Almost gets on the wall. Jonathan Parker can go down in this turn 1. He's going to clear for that 3rd place spot. So Jonathan Parker able to pick up P number 3 there. Jalen Chappell and Zachary Meredith battling for that top 5 position. Meredith way up the racetrack. He pitted very early compared to everyone else, so he's gonna be kind of falling like a rock at this point. Gonna have to play defense.
First driver down pit lane, 24 laps to go. So he's definitely gonna be falling down. Maybe Donnie Kite could maybe catch him here. He's about 2 seconds back, but Donnie Kite has Ethan Lehman behind him. Lehman pitted about a lap later than Kite, which may not seem like a huge difference, but iRacing, especially at Dover, could play few tenths here, half a tenth here and there, and that's all we really need here. The one to watch out for, Nick Kapiak. He was one of the last drivers to pit, and he's in that 10th place position with 26 laps to go. He can maybe back up a few positions here on the drivers in front. He's only about a second back from Josh Arnold in front of him.
He's only about a second back from Josh Arnold, a second half from Nathan Lamon, and another half a second to Donnie Kite. So he might be able to catch those 3 drivers.
And
maybe get up at
Zachary Meredith right ahead there.
And Zachary Meredith, so he might be able to still pick up a 6th place finish.
It's not out of the realm of possibility, but he also has Kyle Todd behind him too. He's running pretty quick also. We'll see here. It's probably the battle to watch out for now if we go good the rest of the way. That battle for 6th place. Currently held by Zachary Meredith, who's on very, very old tires compared to the rest of these guys.
You'll also see he's just under a second now away from Josh Arnold. Last time by, he ran a 23.4 and Arnold ran a 23.6, so he's only a couple tenths faster than the guys in front of him. These guys also starting to battle a little bit up in front of him as well.
David Leamon got around Donnie Kite there for 7. As we saw Kite
having a solid run tonight.
We saw Kite on those older tires on the very, very top side, so we'll see if he does that strategy later in this run. Because I mean, it worked pretty well for him late in that run. So we'll see if he does with like around 10 to go. That's probably when those tires start running. Ooh, he gets a little loose off of 4. As I feel like Kite's really the only driver we've seen get loose here. So I think he really likes driving out that right rear. Seems like. I haven't really seen a lot of other drivers get too loose off these corners.
He's been able to do it in a way that got him looser and hasn't really made him tight, and I think that's a good way to drive it. Also, he may just be a little bit slower, but he also just got held up he's also just been held up in traffic all night long, so he hasn't really been able to show if that was really quicker or not. But Meredith now falling into the clutches of the rest of the field. He's falling back to Nathan Lamon. Lamon trying to find his way by with 20 laps to go here in Dover. He's going to clear him very quickly. So Lamon moves up to 6. So we'll see if Hapiak, if he can catch Nathan Lamon for that 6th place spot. They actually even last time by, but now Hapiak, he's getting by Arnold now. So Arnold on the top, Hapiak on the bottom, not able to get there yet.
Arnold got in the wall there on exit. That's going to allow Nick Hapiak to run here into 1-2. Side by side. Hapiak could clear easily. Now he sets his sights on Donnie Kite and Zachary Merritt ahead.
And he clears, so we'll see what he can do. Up tonight, he can get up to probably about 6th. He's not really going to catch Jill. He does have the speed to catch Jill and Chapel. We'll probably catch Nathan Lemon.
Maybe. As here comes Kite running the outside lane. I said that like a few laps ago. He's showing his hand right now. See if it's quicker.
To easily get by Meredith, I don't think he's much faster than Nick Hapiak there in second. Behind him, well, not in ninth, behind him.
Kite gets loose.
It's a loose there, but he's going to be able to rip the high side all the way up against the outside wall here in 1 and 2. Can't get to Meredith. Now he's going to get to Meredith off the exits.
Got all Kite Hapiak to close in a little bit. These two side by side.
And Hapiak closing in the gap, so now he's going to be able to get by Meredith. He's going to be able to pick up an extra spot. Last time by Lemon ran up 8.67 and Hapiak ran 9.25, so I don't think Hapiak will get the Lemon. He's going to be able to get to Kite at least.
Yeah, Lemon a little bit too far ahead, but what a run for Nick Hapiak here. He's about 14th place on the start of this run, and up to 9th right now, could be up to 7th here. Oh, Meredith in the outside a little hard in front of him. As Parker is closing the gap here on Josh Adams really quickly. So he pitted pretty late compared to those guys, 7 laps later than Josh Adams. So that could be a battle for second here shortly. Also.
Yeah, he's just down to 2 seconds. That's definitely an opportunity. 14 to go though. Josh Adams definitely going to be playing roadblock. We're going to hold on to second as much as he possibly can. So he's still watching Nick Hapiak here trying to get by Donnie Kite in 7th. Donnie Kite way using all that outside lane. Pretty much going all the way up against the outside wall there. But to make it work, he's able to make it work surprisingly off the corner. And Nick Hapiak on the bottom could have clear easily with the fresher tires. So Nick Hapiak up to 7th. That's actually been holding on close to Donnie Kite. So if he's side by side, this battle might not be over yet for the 7th place position. I'll say 8th place position.
Todd got on Arnold there for 10. Todd has about 3 lap fresher tires in Arnold. Again, Parker slowly closing gap here on Josh Adams. Adams had to fight his way through some lap traffic. Parker has to also fight his way through some lap traffic here, so it might just even out here with 11 laps to go.
He hasn't really gained too much those last couple laps. Tires are starting to even out now. This time by, it'll be 10 laps to go for Ethan Fonseca Moreno. He's put on a dominant performance tonight in his own zip code.
Yeah, Koenig right now for Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Just pure dominance. Probably the most dominant race we've seen in this season so far. I can't really think of another one this season, but what a race he's had. Basically led every lap except the ones under pit lane. Probably didn't lead about 10, 15 maybe at most. But no one's been able to pass him under green flag conditions on the racetrack. So what a dominant performance so far. Obviously, race is not over. We saw what happened last week at Pocono. Anything can happen, but still 9 laps to go. It's looking really good for that 25 machine.
Yeah, especially, I think he's going to be able to hold on to it. Ethan Moreno, he swept last week, and he's doing it again. It's perfect dominance so far tonight.
As Meredith, I mean, he's been hanging on pretty closely to Donnie Kite. They're about 10 lap difference in tires here. But once Kite and Hapiak got by him, he hasn't been really been pretty quick so far compared to these two drivers. And he's way on the hot side, trying to do what Donnie Kite did earlier.
He's not able to get to Donnie Kite. I think the tires finally even out. But it's actually 2 cars behind him. There's Ethan Fonseca Moreno. Better lap these guys actually.
Yeah.
That's just how tells you how fast Moreno's been all night long. This time by will be coming to 5 laps to go. But off in turn number 2, down the back straightaway.
Yeah, these guys are all within about a few car lengths of each other, but just not close enough to make any moves unless the guy in front of them makes a mistake.
Jonathan Parker, he has been closing that gap on Josh Adams, but it's not going to be enough. He's down to about 1.4 seconds. He's just slightly faster, but it's not going to be enough to catch him in the next 4 laps.
Yeah, he has to work really hard here. It's going to be pretty much impossible unless Adams makes a pretty big mistake.
And Adams, if he just keeps it together, he's going to be able to get it done and hold on for seconds. On board here at the Ethan Fuzzy Moreno, he's got a couple laps cars to get through. He's lapped all the way up to the top 10. 2 laps to go now for that 25 machine. Just get back to the white flag and the race will be official. Through 3 and 4, Moreno on the bottom of top trying to lap him. One lap
contact.
to go. Fernando's going to make a little contact.
Not what he wanted to do here with 1 lap to go with a 7-second lead.
But he's going to keep it clean. He's going to try to always more behind there.
He's actually for position too.
Ethan Fonseca Moreno been all dominant all night long. He's led pretty much all but maybe 10 to 15 laps. Owns him for tonight. Slept last week in Pocono. Tonight he's going to sweep again. Ethan Fonseca Moreno is going to pick up the win here in Dover, Delaware. And Josh Adams going to pick up second. Jonathan Parker not able to get there, and Jonathan Parker going to pick up P number 3. But Ethan Fonseca Moreno once again, and I believe he might take that points lead away from his teammate of Jonathan Parker.
That'd be really close there. He led the most laps easily, so that's another 2 bonus points for him. Flipped the stages and won the race. Which should be updated pretty soon, so we'll figure that out shortly. I think he will.
Maybe he's just dominant all night long. He led all but pretty much the laps. People try to stay out, and also like maybe 1 or 2 extra laps when a little bit of differing strategy at the end of stage 1. But Ethan Fonseca Moreno is going to burn it down on the front straightaway here. He's able to tame Miles the Monster tonight.
Yeah, a lot less dramatic fashion than last week at Pocono. It's probably best for Ethan Fonseca Moreno for that. Not want it to be as dramatic as it was last week. But man, what a win it was tonight here.
Yeah, great win for that 25 machine. We'll see if he parks it into victory lane. I mean, can't really park it in victory lane here on iRacing, but you can park it on the checkered flag pit stall. We'll see if he does that. He's gonna get it turned around and roll it all the way through pit road. But once again, a dominant performance tonight. He won over by 7.5 seconds over Josh Adams. Teammate Jonathan Parker picking up P number 3. So teammate Jaden Porter not here tonight. But a great run for that 25 machine. And while he parks it into victory lane, or attempts to park it into victory lane, but parking it in that victory square here on iRacing, We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back for the top 3 interviews and results when we come back here from Dover, Delaware. Welcome back here to Dover, Delaware. We just wrapped up the Juicy Spider Studios Dover 150. Before we get to our top 3 interviews, we're going to take a look at our results for tonight's Juicy Spider Studios Dover 150. Ethan Fonseca Moreno in his own zip code tonight, able to pick up the race win. Josh Adams there finishes in 2nd. John Parker in 3rd. Mark Kisweather in 4th. And Jalen Chappell with a solid run tonight. He was really good on a long run. He rounds out top 5. Nathan Lemon in 6th. Nick Hapiak finishing 7th. Donnie Kite finishing 8th, and Zach Nevada finishing 9th for last Charlie lap. John Osborne rounding out our top 10. 11th would have been Kyle Taub, and 12th it was Cole Snyder. 13th with Brett Bennett, and 14th was Josh Arnold. 15th was Giovanni Klein. 16th was Justin Quimby. And running out our 17 car field tonight was Mike Campbell, running out in 17th place position. So, very great race tonight. We're gonna bring in our race winner, Ethan Fonseca Moreno, able to pick up another race win, 2 in a row. And with that, you're able to get maybe might be able to get the points lead over your teammate of Jonathan Parker, maybe tied or not. But how's that feel knowing you got the points lead and how, going into the final few races? Well, you got 5 races left here in the regular season.
Yeah, it's great to have another win. It's definitely a close battle for the points, so just gotta put in the best results to go for that points lead and hopefully win that regular season championship once it's all done. But yeah, great card tonight. Just gotta thank my team, all the DuPont boys, and Mr. Alan Gustafson up in the box, and yeah, just gotta keep bringing these fast race cars to the track. Hopefully, bring more and more wins.
Yeah, so you're able to pick up the win, but one thing you did have to conquer was the tire wear tonight. How did the tire wear handled tonight, and how different did that how different was it here compared to other tracks?
Yeah, honestly, it's like the tires. It was really hard on the right front a lot. It did build loose over time, but it was really tough on that right front. So it was just fall off. Lap times would just fall off so quick. Like if you pitted like 5 laps after a guy, you would be an advantage for the rest of the run. So yeah, I mean I'm very familiar with how this track drives. In other league races, I've won a lot here, so was just able to get the hang of it pretty quick with this car. It's my first time winning with this car, this track, so that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, just I've got a lot of experience here, and yeah.
Yep, but you able to pick up the win. But before you send it off on to any sponsors to thank for tonight's race win?
DuPont, Pepsi, what's it called? Teammates, Jonathan Parker. Sucks Jaden Porter wasn't here tonight, but hopefully he gets better. Heard that crash was pretty bad last week, so gotta take a week off for that concussion. Hopefully he gets better soon.
All right. Well, congrats once again. Congrats on the win. We'll see you. Well, next week you do have an off week, but we'll see you the week after next for Richmond.
All right, sounds good.
So that was Ethan Fonseca Moreno, our race winner tonight. We're gonna bring in next. We're gonna bring in Josh Adams. Josh, welcome to the booth. Welcome to the booth with a second place finish. Very solid run for you tonight. You played a little bit of different pit strategy tonight. So how that pit strategy, and also the dirty air as well. How's your pit strategy? What was your pit strategy going into tonight?
Well, it didn't fail, so that's good. I was just hoping that I could pit early, maybe grab the lead and catch a caution, and try and control a restart, but that didn't happen. But it kept me in P2. But the dirty air wasn't too terrible. I don't feel like I ran lower. I feel like than everybody else, so they kind of gave me a clean nose. So that was good. But the 25 he was really good on the super long run, so he made it hard to catch. And it's a pretty fun race though.
Yeah, and you also play the strategy. How tough is it to get on pit road here? We know it's a really tough pit road to get on, but how tough is it compared to other tracks we see, like Daytona, Charlotte, or a normal mile and a half?
Yeah, it's definitely probably the toughest pit road because by the time you have to start slowing down, you don't see the entry yet. So like you got to be really precise on how you do it and how quick you get onto the apron, and you're not slide the tires when you make that transition and stuff. So it's definitely tough. Luckily, I did it right, so that could definitely ruin a race. But it was fun that we got an opportunity to pit under green.
Yeah, and you're able to conquer enough. You're able to still get second. So, but before you send you off, anyway, any response to anything for tonight's second place finish?
Yeah, just everybody at Juicy Spider that has given me a car to come in here and just race and have some fun. I'm not in the points or anything, so just kind of gaining experience around these particular guys. I've been on here long enough, but I haven't raced around this group hardly ever at all. So hopefully I can gain some people's respect and just kind of move forward into the next races and see what we might have in store for next season.
All right, once again, congrats on the second place finish. We'll see you in 2 weeks at Richmond.
Thank you.
So that was Josh Adams picking up second. We'll bring in our third place driver, Jonathan Parker. Played a little bit of longer strategy. Wasn't able to catch Josh Adams by the end of the run, but he was still able to pick up third. And really, he did have to work through a couple other guys through the field. How tough was it really to pass out there tonight?
It was a little tough, at least at the beginning of the run, but after you got tire wear in there, it was pretty good to pass. You can kind of get runs on people and kind of make it work. It's just this is just not one of my better tracks right now, and I did learn a lot out there. So it was good daily gathering. When you can finish top 3 and get good data for next time, I say that's a pretty good day. So nothing to be ashamed of. Just gotta get a little bit better.
Yeah, you're still able to pick up third, and you mentioned the tire wear there. How tough was the tire wear here compared to other tracks? I mean, typically it gets a little tight, but I mean, very, very different racetrack of how you have to drive and save those tires.
Yeah, yeah. If this was an open setup race, I would have been yelling at my crew chief because it was just so tight entry to center, and then it was loose off, which I'm fine with. I just needed it to be looser on entry and center, really. But everyone's got the same stuff there, and because of that, it's just if you put me in a tight race car, I'm gonna explode. I'm horrible with tight setups. Like Las Vegas, I was a lot better, and that was a wrecking loose setup, and that was a lot of fun to race. Didn't quite get the finish I wanted. I think I finished third there, but we had a chance to win if that had went green. And yeah, I just needed to be a little bit looser because it just kind of didn't let me run the lines that I really wanted to.
Hey, you're still able to pick up third before you send it off anyway. Any sponsors I think for tonight's third place run?
I think Lowe's Cobalt Tools and NJB Designs. James Porter wasn't here tonight, but he's been sponsoring James Porter all season and made a couple of our paint schemes. And I think Chad on the box and Earl on the spotter stand, and give a shout out to Christian Pacheco.
All right, once again, congrats on that third place run. We'll see you in a couple weeks here at Richmond.
Yeah, thank you.
So third place finisher of Jonathan Parker, and a very solid run for him tonight. He might lose the points lead, but he might keep it. But those regular season championship going to be close between him and his teammate Ethan Fonseca Moreno. But overall, a very good race tonight. We've seen a lot of passing, a little different strategy. It was we've seen a lot of happen, and Ethan Fonseca Moreno is in his own zip code tonight. But what's your final thoughts going into the night, Talon?
Yeah, overall tonight was a really fun race, and tire strategy involved, tire saving, short run speed, long run too. Kind of just saw it all really. Ethan Fonseca Moreno, best of the best. I mean, easily dominated tonight's race, but we're coming to the end of the regular season, so it's gonna amp up a little bit for that cutoff line. Only a few drivers locked in on the wins and few people on the bubble, so we'll keep an eye out for that one here in these next few weeks.
Yeah, we do have 5 races left of the regular season, but we also do have 3-week breaks. And speaking of that, next Friday night we will be off here for the NAOR Cup Series for Thanksgiving break. But tomorrow night we do have the Bullet Racing League returns for the Irwindale Clash tomorrow night at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time here on the Legends Racing Network. And then we get we got a break pretty much all of next week. We don't have anything next week, but then we'll come back on Tuesday night for Bullet Racing League Tuesday Night Thunder on December 3rd. And they'll be at Montreal for the Xfinity Series Tuesday Night Thunder. And we'll come back also with the Superstar ARCA Cup. We'll come back with the Superstar ARCA Cup Wednesday night, December 4th, and they'll be going to Auto Club, and we'll be back here for the NAOR Cup Series on Friday night on December 6th for Richmond. So a little week break between all those three of the series, but we do have tomorrow night for the Irwindale Clash for the Bolt Racing League, but a little bit of a break coming up between most of us, but hope to see you all tomorrow night. But so long from Dover, Delaware, and we'll see you all next time here on the Legends Racing Network.